So today we're going to be looking at the best wingers in FC24. We're going to go from the zero budget all the way up to the top to see who you can miss out on and who is probably the best upgrade for you in that next category. Because realistically, you normally have price budgets. We start off with the low one. I feel like a lot of people now will have a Dembele, a Neymar, a Rodrigo, a Nico. Maybe an evolution. It's one thing that I can't plan for because we've seen Rashford evolution and many others that are relatively worth it, to be honest. It may not be the number one in the option. A lot of people have got SBCs that you could complete, and then also different promo cards that you might have actually packed if you were lucky enough. Now, obviously, with a lot of these players, it all depends where your price budget is. If you don't see your player, leave a comment. Let me know down below, because I've gone through the list and kind of put all of the players that I could see at least going into somebody's team. Now, for instance, somebody who might not be in it, Kvaratskhelia SBC, the player of the month, for me, is not worth doing. So I haven't included it in this list. These players are people I would put into a team at that price budget. It doesn't mean everybody gets him. Like, for instance, with Neymar. He's not necessarily Neymar from the past. Now, his Total Rush version is incredible. But this is kind of just a starter base sort of card. Like, obviously, you've got Rodrigo. The Brazilian links are going to work. And he still has the dribbling style of Neymar. That's the kind of big bit that I do like. We see a bit of Dembele. He's kind of one of your more starter meta players. The 5-5, the Rapid Plus. Great pace, and then also you've got to throw in Roll Plus Plus. That is another one to try and get your head around when it comes to your wingers. If you need coins in FC25, lootbar.gg has you covered. They are the cheapest trading platform on the game, 8 to 10% cheaper than any others, 8% off if you use the code JT11 at the end at checkout, plus you get 5% extra on coins. With the fastest delivery system going, used by many FC25 creators such as Zorky, Manny Plus, and even Pro Owners. So if you need any coins, head over to lootbar.gg, make sure JT11's in the promo code, and hopefully you enjoy. So obviously, if we take Hansen as an example here, if you go into view or roles, when you look at kind of left and right mids, now you've got left and right mids and left wing, right wing, pretty much the same, but you've got winger balanced, winger attack, wide playmaker attack, wide midfielder balance, same as defense, inside forward balance, inside forward on the attack. When it comes to the left wing, you've obviously got the winger balanced and attack, and it is all pretty much the same, bar from the inside forward can be roaming as well. All the pictures will describe of where the player is going to be. Obviously, if it's a winger, he's going to be more in the corner flag. Inside forward means he's going to run inside. I think it's pretty self-explanatory, but depending on your your plus could be a big factor of who you actually pick. So that's something I can't really go against. I personally going to go with what I like. I normally like to have an inside forward and a winger, somebody that's going straight down the wing, somebody that's going to cut in maybe with a finesse, with a power shot, with a trivela, anything that is another threat going up front. Now, obviously, Mbappe could be somebody you put on the left for that attacking threat, but it all depends on what you like. So let me know in the comments what your roles are. Looking at a few of the other cheaper options now, obviously as we go up a little bit, let's zoom out one more than that. You've obviously got the likes of a Swanson SBC, depending on if you've gone for Morgan, if you've got Sophia Smith, you've done the Dunn SBC, you've done the Horan SBC, you could get some really nice links in there. So she would definitely be one I would have considered to be doing. Say Max is a funny one because now I look at him, I'm like, he's actually quite expensive for what he is. I would actually say he was still worth doing because his SBC has expired for right then. He came out when everybody had gold team. Obviously, it was only about 100k, 120 give or take. Nice upgrade potential coming, and then obviously was a quick winger. If you didn't have a left wing, he was definitely worth doing. So if he's in your team now, I would say he's definitely worth getting an upgrade very soon, but he still has the ability to be upgraded and maybe a cheeky evolution later on down the line. It's the same as someone like Adeyemi. Right now is still incredible, 97 on the pace, quick step plus, could do with the shooting upgrade, but I mean, for 92k, you're getting yourselves a very quick winger with a very broken meta playstyle plus. Whereas the same as Diaby for 40k the other side. Then you look at someone like Yamal. He's just screaming for an upgrade in general. If we move to the top, you've obviously got the Liga F Player of the Month, you've got McManaman, and then you've got some golds in Son, who's took a massive price drop now from like 420 like a week and a half ago to 165, and the same for Salah. He's started to hit that downwards trend. The only thing with golds now is you've just got to be careful of where they're going, because you look across the board, like literally from that 25th all the way down 3 days, he dropped a crazy amount in general, just to say. But Son was the one really that kind of got hit hard on this. He just plummeted. He was already coming down anyway. Each week he was starting to get lower and lower, but dropping from 300 to 183 in the matter of 3-4 days. It's a big drop for gold cards. Whereas you look at some of the golds, they've managed to hold on to at least a little bit more of a price. And then I think Chiesa is another one that is kind of waiting for an evolution at some point. With a Playstyle Plus, he would be a fantastic card going in your wing. Normally what you find around the 250 to 500k budget is a lot of SBCs, a lot of mid to top tier cards in terms of golds. Obviously we see a bit of Leao there, Dembele's in form, Pulisic, but then we also see a Sterling SBC. Barcola would be in this, but I don't really rate the 85, being nearly 300,000. I just don't think it's worth the fodder in my opinion, especially when we've already got a card that is upgradable as well. I know he's a little bit more expensive and you can't do him with fodder. He's just a better option to go for. If you was going to save your fodder, go for something else in my opinion. Use it to do all of the Total Rush and Road to the Knockout upgrades or Trailblazers, whatever, and you might be able to get lucky there. I think it would be a better option than going for that Player of the Month and hoping for an evolution on later on down the game. Now we do have some icons, obviously Barnes, Nedved, Pires, kind of in that weird feel with them. I think Nedved definitely got left out last year. He just was not available at all. Now, what's hilarious is obviously Barnes is a little bit more expensive than all of them. Yet, Nedved has got a broken playstyle plus, and Pires has got a very nice broken playstyle plus with the finesse and the power shot. If you can get your shot right, you can utilize it right, it's a guaranteed goal. Whereas Barnes, the one thing with icons as well is the animations seem to be slightly off. They just seem to be able to get faster and faster every single time. I don't know if it's just something programmed into the icons yet. Maybe their body type, their card status just doesn't make sense, but they do seem a little bit broken still. So I could see why they are still at the price of where they're at. And they're still very hard to get nonetheless. We've had like, what, 2-3 icon packs this year so far. That isn't enough to drop a price just yet, so we'll be interested to see once we start getting the actual icon player SBCs, what happens there. Pulisic, fantastic card for value. I think Joe Cole's not terrible. I'm not a big fan of technical, in my opinion, but he definitely can get down the wing. He was one of my first heroes we got from Weekend League, so can't grumble too much. Rodman obviously has another upgrade now, but I think this version is definitely the most efficient for price, and same for Dembele. Both of them with the inform, rapid plus versus none. They're just very good wingers. Rodman, obviously more for the links for Morgan, Swanson, Dunn, and Haran. Leao being that expensive is just absolutely nuts. He is a very good card. Again, we are still waiting for an upgrade for him at some point, but he's going to be a feature card definitely going forward. And then Garnacho with the upgrade. Now we've obviously sacked our manager. Do we see them doing anything in the Europa League? It's going to be a big question for him. Obviously, it's not gone off to the greatest start in the world, but there is still a possibility to turn it around, and hopefully Garnacho could possibly make that 89-90 rated value. Now I think once you're at this sort of level, you've either normally packed somebody that is absolutely outrageous, or you've managed to save up all your coins for it, because there is some decent players in this, and we're one step away from that million coins and above, which, to be honest, I think at this point in the game, I'm not expecting many people to have bought their winger. They've definitely packed them. They could be lucky enough. I don't know. Let me know down below who your biggest pack pull is right now. I think mine, probably tradable wise, would be Lewandowski Total Rush. I think he went for about 900 on day of release, but I've not necessarily had a massive influx on the wingers. A lot of evolutions, a lot of free objective Adama. Gotta love it. He's one that I actually forgot in terms of price. So Adama's obviously up there. I think in terms of kind of right wing, Hansen has got to be up there with one of the best, if not the best. I know she again has an inform that's better, but it's only slight. She is outrageous. We do have then the Rodman that was talking about, 916,000. Again, you can see why I'd probably just go for the normal inform. 280, Trickster Playstyle Plus isn't necessarily my favourite either. I'd probably just go for the Inform. Kvaratskhelia, very good 5-star, 5-star again, mainly because the 5-5, the Trickster Plus, they love giving that out this year. Trickster, Tiki Taka and Technical. I don't know why they give us such random ones. We've obviously got the Power Shot, the Rapid, and also another Trickster on other cards. I think hero-wise, Futura, Kuel, Elwaran now kind of shining through as some of the better heroes that we can get. And I am surprised with Futura. I know we haven't had many 88 heroes, but the fact that we got the base hero pack as well as then 188, I am surprised he's still kept a really good value. Now, stats-wise, is outrageously good. Technical, not as much, but I would have thought he'd probably be more or less than Elwaran, to be honest. He's definitely fallen off slightly in comparison. I think that's personally coming down to the 93 dribbling. Is a 3-star, 4-star as a winger, even at this point of the game, is crazy to be 900k still. We obviously have got Neymar as well. This is the upgrade everybody wants. It's a great dynamic. It's a great card. Can't wait to see him in a 90, 91 plus, and then eventually foot his 99 in the end. Doku, on the other hand, is expensive. He actually jumped up a little bit. This was meant to be under 1 million coins, but hey, we've got Doku in there. It'd have only been in the other screen anyway. Another great upgraded card at some point. Once City go through the couple of rounds now, he's bound to be upgraded, so he's going to be one that is well worth the investment from the get-go. And then you've got the likes of Diaz. Now, Diaz is another one that I think could have been better in this version. He definitely needed that upgrade with a better playstyle plus, in my opinion. He already has an 86, 272. The technical plus is just really not the one I'd go for. Now we obviously have the top of the top. These are pretty much anybody that you've packed and been incredibly lucky for. All of them are over 1 million coins. A lot of them are considerably more as well. I think the highest at the minute we can get is going to be Ronaldinho, I'm pretty sure, at 6.6. Vinny was up there with him, but has since dropped with the team out. When it comes to the icons, I must admit, Garrincha, best, even a bit of Bale. I probably kind of exclude Bale a little bit, but Jairzinho, Bale, for icon right wings are storming ahead. They are going to need a big upgrade for Best and Garrincha to be on that same level for me. I think Bale this year has been a great addition. We know that body type, how he plays, stats, what he should have, were going to be very meta in this game, and they have not disappointed whatsoever. The next one is going to be, when do we get a Centurion Bale, a Dynasty's Bale, a Team of the Season Bale, you know what I mean? Something of an upgrade in a promo. That is what we're going to go crazy over. Ronaldinho, Ribery on the left-hand side for icons. I think they're pretty standard. Ronaldinho definitely takes the cake there, even with the technical plus, Trickster plus. I'm just not a fan of that, but Ronaldinho will always make it work. We have got a couple of heroes, only a couple that is. We've got Ginola and Hazard, two massive cards in themselves. Obviously Hazard, like Bale, we knew that he'd be very good this year. We're waiting for that next upgrade. Hazard as the next one, on this day Hazard, what have you, is going to be that next level player. Ginola has had years of experience in this. The 5-5 on him, the ability to play striker as well. He's always going to be well sought after. And then we've got the players. We've got James and Diani, two very good cards in themselves. Could do with an upgrade now. I wouldn't necessarily go out and buy them, but if you've packed them, they are definitely amongst the elite in terms of level. But the real ones are on the pitch. Dembele, outrageous. Salah, incredible. The only thing with Salah is that 3-star, 4-star has got to go up on that next promo. Whatever he gets next, that needs to be a 4-4 at the absolute minimum. Because you've got Hansen with a 5-5, Dembele with the 5-5, Vinny and Son with a 5-4 and the 4-5. On the right hand side, he needs that upgrade. He's got the finesse. It's going to be perfect. Sonny baby, obviously with the finesse as well, can play striker, can play wing, whatever you need him for, he has absolutely got it covered. And Vinny is just Vinny, the second most expensive winger in the game. Obviously his gold and his inform would all be on this same page, but I can't put them on the same one as it only lets me filter one player out at a time. But regardless of the version of Vinny, he's absolutely top dollar every time. So let me know down below what winger you've got. Make sure you do like and subscribe on this, and if I've missed any of your wingers that you think need the respect, leave them in the comments. Peace.